hypnotized.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Where the bees are. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, good morning, everybody. I'll get the chant with the beats. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I think I need this here. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There she is. Morning, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, whoa, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Whoa, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare. All right, Krishna. Okay. Hey, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
And a ball like me.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, oh Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srila Sari Gaura Bhaktivinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, yeah, Hare Krishna. Good morning, everybody. Man, is it a good morning. Every day we have some secret personalities come visit us. They Hadis. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh yes, Krishna. Oh. Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Radha Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda, Radha Radha Govinda, Radha Radha Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Purchase your tracks today.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Where's Marcus today? I miss him. Yeah. There's one quality he doesn't know here. Here, my goal is to make the devotees chant like this so I can worship them. That's kind of uncommon, huh? Yeah, I want to make them chant like this so I can worship them too. I mean, why should they have all the fun? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. People only do, man. Whoa. This is the life. Oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. God, this is too good, man. Yeah, I could never believe is this a dream or what, man? Is this for real? Hare Krishna, I won't question it. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. This is what Lord Chaitanya did. You know, he made his devotees like him, and he worshipped his own devotees. Hey, man, that means you're in the real line, man. If you can do that, man. Oh, never mind. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Why wouldn't you worship somebody that Radha and Krishna are living inside of? Can you imagine? Isn't that the temple you're supposed to? You go to the temple to worship Radha and Krishna. Well, when Radha and Krishna are living in a body, somebody's body, why wouldn't you worship them? Right? Isn't it? That's even better. The living God is there. You know, they can speak to you. They can show you their feelings, or they show the. That's the real temple, the living temple. That's where it's all going, man. We're teaching the live teaching. Not the shadow. Shadow. Go to the external. Come to where the living God is living, man. Hare Krishna. That's right there. You look Lalita, man. Hey, my Lord's bishops are living in that temple there. Hey, man. I would be an offender if I didn't worship them, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Give me those feet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I think I'm in love.
You just really angry then.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Is this making sense to anybody? It makes perfect sense to me. I don't know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. See, the problem is people don't know how to identify Radha and Krishna. See, that's the problem. So we're here to teach them. How to identify those thieves. Those hiders. They're always hiding. And we're here to expose those two. Hare Krishna. I have approval. Hare Krishna to do so. Expose them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The best teaching on the planet and teacher is one who can expose Radha and Krishna. Wouldn't you say? If you can expose Radha and Krishna, wouldn't that be the best teacher? Because if you know where they are, you found the treasure at the end of the rainbow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. What happened? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. What a nice story yesterday. Madhavinda Puri pleased Krishna simply because he chanted in ecstasy. When ecstatic love awakened, he said, "Oh, because you've pleased me by your ecstatic worship." But you know, the funny thing is you please Krishna, right? And you realize, what's going on here? How come I feel so pleased? What is this? Krishna's pleased and I'm pleased. What's happening here? Talk about being on the same page, huh? See, really, the devotees, real devotees, they reflect the pleasure of the Lord. You see their pleasure. You see that. Oh yeah, this is the pleasure of the Lord. People don't know that. They don't know this pleasure. Very few. They know the pleasure of fruitive activities, right? They know the pleasure of monism, but who knows this pleasure? See, Lord Chaitanya came to show this pleasure. Madhavinda Puri showed this pleasure. All real spiritual masters in the line show this pleasure. Pleasing God on this level, that's Guru. That's the real Guru. See? Because you reflect the real knowledge, see, as it is, and the real ecstasy as it is, the real happiness of God. Highest pleasure. See? So as devotees, we can partake of that. The pleasure of God, man. I'm telling you, man, this is fantastic, man. It's unbelievable to me. It's like, wow. Whew. And it's open to everybody. This is what I like. Isn't it so nice? Anybody can become, useful to God's true purpose, highest purpose in this world. Now, in this Kali Yuga, at this time, all this crapola going on. It's amazing. No? We're like Prahlad. Prahlad was just the demons were, conquering all the people and making them all miserable and everything. And he's just tootling around, talking about this devotional service. And this is even easier. His teaching was much harder because it came before Lord Chaitanya's way. We have a much easier time for ourselves and for the people of the world. We can make it so easy. It's much more difficult than this. You had to give up a lot of, follow Prahlad's path. Give this up, give it that, and then, no sex, no this, no. And then, more tough. The Lord has reduced the price so he can get more customers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, you know, Lord Chaitanya, this is the secret teaching. It's so simple. He wants everybody to be a temple of his pleasure, of his happiness, and to pay it forward to the rest of the world, make them all happy, liberate everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Sri Advaita, Sri Advaita, Sri Advaita, Sri Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga. Hare Krishna.
Thanks for using.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oops. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There are a lot of comments already. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you know, I was listening to that copy that Karuna made of the thing where we're talking about. The person was saying, all gurus are blah, 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 they're all manipulators and cultists and all that, And so I was watching it and I thought, oh, God, I could have said this. I could have said that. We could go deeper. I mean, it's an important subject because, a lot of people get caught up in the false gurus, mainly false being, you can't do what we do. The whole thing is a real guru is what? It's like you go to play mridanga. It's not like some sentiment, some unintelligent thing. It's an intelligent thing. You go to learn mridanga from a mridanga master. They even call him a master of mridanga. You go to a master, right? So to master mridanga master. Why not go to a spiritual master and you're going to learn better, right? So the idea of the mridanga master teaching you to become as good, hopefully, as him, right? I mean, that's what it would he would be very proud and very happy that you become even better than him, unless he's in falsy or, I don't know. He's really an honest guy. Yeah, boy, look at me. This guy was my student. He did really great. So spiritual master, what are they? They a master of Krishna, really. They've mastered the ability to draw Radha and Krishna into their lives, right? So you go to a person like that to what? To make it quicker so that you can also draw Radha and Krishna in your life. Just like we have demonstration, right? Like got Lalita right there. She's drawing Radha and Krishna. You can see, right? So I'm very proud to have a student like her. Or like a lot of you guys, Govinda, River, all of you guys, Janaki, you guys, are progressing. So I'm very happy about that. So the problem is lack of purification for most of the spiritual masters. They're not really of this caliber where you can do that. I mean, the Lord is not like it's something you can, do on your own. Really, you have to be purified. That's all. And people get quickly here, and they become spiritual masters here also. People are already coming, you're able to assist in this mission as even a spiritual teacher. Look at Amy. She told people about the holy name. Oh, really? And they want to chant, because she's like a representative. She's, oh yeah, this works really good. I really like this path. And, that's what it's about. Share your enthusiasm. I mean, aren't people looking for happiness? I mean, if you really found real happiness, I mean, something really special like this is, why wouldn't you want to share it with your brothers and sisters? Why not? Can't you see? I mean, once you start tasting this nectar, you see how unhappy people are without it. How unhappy the people are without their other half. They're looking for their other half externally, and it never works out very good. We all know that. They even know that. And here you can lead people if you have personal experience of that Lord within, your other half within, and you can say, yeah, it's glorious to connect with this other half. Everything gets easier. I feel complete now. I don't have to go run after everything in this world, and I know what is real. I mean, this is, give some people something tangible. This, and it's not that hard. It's like people can give a little time to associate with the devotees here. And basically, that's it. Give a little time. And you got to really go through. I mean, everybody, you got to wash your clothes. Come on. Can you imagine? Don't think that you can not have to wash your clothes so you can go into these higher level, deeper levels of consciousness. We all got to do it. So don't run away because of that. Just realize, oh, I'm washing my clothes. That's why I always give those who go through heavy pure, I'd say, well, just realize you're washing your clothes. You're getting your clothes washed. You're just going to get more room for bhakti. There'll be more space for that beautiful, blissful, ecstatic love. That's what we see. People on this path, they're doing that. So try and stick around because it just gets better and better. And you got to understand, you got to, wash your clothes. The clothes are the false identifications and all that. And there might be a little painful because there's a little bit of dirt in there. Or, so, yeah. So that's maturity. That's why a lot of devotees can't come here yet. The Vaishnavas, they're not able to wash their clothes. They don't understand its value. They think they can put Radha and Krishna on top of a bunch of dirt. It doesn't work. That's why they stay on the Vaidhi. They have to come here and get the baptism by fire, which is just burning up the karmas and the false ego. That's all, right? Yeah. But if you're not ready for that, if you're so identified, you stay on the materialistic Vaishnava platform until you're ready to enter this baptism by fire. It's a spirit. It's not a physical death. It's a spiritual death. Death of the spirit of the false, the modes of nature. That's all. They just, they're just transforming into who we really are, loving servants of Radha and Krishna, right? Transformation. So, yeah, we have all the tools here. Everything's here. That's why I got the order from Prabhupada. What do you think? He would just come just out of the blue for nothing? Yeah, and Krishna, is to give the, So those who come here, you'll get very easily Radha and Krishna's relationship. Do you really want closeness with God. It's great. It's fantastic, man. I love it. It's my pleasure to share it. I mean, it's so effortless. All I do is come here and just call Radha and Krishna, and they come and they give whoever is looking darshan. It's them. I'm just a pujari. That's all. I'm happy with that. I'm here to make pujaris. You want to become this kind of pujari, you just call them, then you become a spiritual master here. You become as good as guru, but in the right way. Not like I want to become. No, you just naturally evolve into that. Radha and Krishna live there, and you have the same kind of qualities that Radha and Krishna have. You become a real guru, not the false representation. Okay? So, because if you want to, you got to look, there's always the false acharya side by side with the real acharya, or false prophet and real prophet, or false guru, real guru. False means you're still in the modes of nature. That's all. You could be a teacher still in the modes of nature, okay? But on this level of this gold, see, we got the gold standard. That's false, because where those come here are drawn, they really want the transcendental Lord. Well, that's all we're given here is the transcendental Lord. That's the only product. Transcendental product. That's the only transcendental bread here, is this relationship. So that's the real guru. I think we're demonstrating that we're doing our job. See, false guru can't do this. False guru is saying, that's Sahaja actually. Oh yeah, I'm Guru Dev. Yeah, I represent Radha and Krishna. Oh, you do? Let us see it. Let us show that Radha and Krishna are ringing the bell in your temple of your here, not out there, in here, the living God. We want the living God. That's why I always loved Christianity. They always talked about the living God. The early Christian, I read the letters, the living God lived. The living God's like, yeah, I want that. The living God, what? I don't want some dead God, some idol, some false guru that doesn't have the living God activated. No, man, we're here to teach teachers of teachers, the real thing. Bring me a few false gurus, we'll make them real gurus. Let Marcus, let him get it all out, man. We'll maybe make him. We're in the midst of an exorcism, man, with that guy. It's good, man. Just come on, man. Yeah, lay it out, man. Yeah, call Alita Ganga, you stupid woman. He says, "Ooh, be quiet, you stupid woman." He must be. It sounds like he's from India, but he's not. He looks like he's from Belgium or somewhere. I looked at his picture. It's a European guy.
Maybe from Antwerp. Maybe from Antwerp.
This guy. I can see how my master works sometimes. He's very funny. Does funny things. Likes to create color on the canvas, perspective. It's great. I love it. I love stuff like this. Bring him on. Where is he today? I want him to call me some more names. I like it.
It's like in a match, we need somebody.
What do you got here? Yeah, hip hop cruise. Yeah, we should do some of that too. Make this fun. It's playful and fun. That's Vrindavan. It's getting more and more like that. Even battling with the opposition becomes a fun thing, man. Isn't that fun? I love it, man. This is Krishna. I mean, we cannot do this on our own. The Radha and Krishna have to be like activated inside us, and then you can play with the illusory energy. You can play with these forces. These forces are actually for, if you don't have them in you, you cannot withstand these poison darts. You'll be bewildered by these illusionists, though, because he's only got half the story. And if you're not strong in the other half, see, we got the other half of the story. We know what the real guru is here. See, he only knows, he reads the articles, and on one level, he has some intelligence. He's realized, hey, man, I'm not going to go into these shysters, but he can't tell where is the real. See, that's what I was trying to say is like, hey, okay, that you've identified some of the false guru, but you haven't identified what is the real spiritual master. See, and then I try to help, but right now, there's no room in there. He's got to get a lot of this stuff out. But once it's out, he might listen. It can't get out of, this is when you get this potency, Radha and Krishna work in you, they just draw out. This is the secret teaching of Jesus said, if I'm raised up on the pole, I will draw all men unto me. You become like that here. That people don't know. All these sayings of Jesus, especially, represent the spiritual level. They're all thinking, like, even he said, oh, Gohari, can't you raise the dead? You can't raise the dead. I said, yeah, of course I can. I do it all the time. It's the living dead that Jesus was raised. That raising the dead body is not nothing. It's raising the living dead is where it's at. Catch people while they're living the dead, and awaken their spiritual consciousness. That's what we do. We've demonstrated that. We open their deaf ears. They can hear transcendental silent vibration and love it and appreciate it. That's an awakening. See? So it takes an awakened devotee to awaken others' spiritual senses. See? To open their ears. See? So we do that. We open their eyes where they can perceive spiritual reality. Okay? So all these things are about that. Also, like people think if I'm raised up on, Jesus said, I raised up on a pole, I'll draw all men unto me. They think it's some material thing. No, it's a spiritual thing. I know, I experienced that. Raising Krishna up comes up on the pole of the spine in the body. Okay? Comes up. Okay? And then your spiritual consciousness is awakened. See? You're lit up now because you're alive now, because your energy, God is born now. Spirit, you must be born again. See? Spiritual Krishna comes up. See? Now love of God is awakened. Now you realize, I'm spirit soul. Yeah, I have a relationship with God. Okay? I will draw all men unto me. See? You draw even the envious and the angry and the haters and all that. They come also, and you draw them. They're attracted by aversion. See, and their aversion comes out. See, and they get purified. Actually, it's like Paul. He drew out all his hatred. See? So this is the secret. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, just give up lust, anger, and greed. Lust, anger, and greed. Yeah, lust, anger, and greed. But we can't do that on our own. Nobody can. You can't even turn your other cheek with Jesus' teaching. You'll get angry. But you can start giving this stuff up when you're around real devotees. You literally give it up. It starts coming out of you. See, give it up. See, give it up. Like vomiting, Otherwise, it stays in there, and you're always acting, hating this and hating that. See, has to give it up. Has to come up in association with devotees. Like Shishupal. Right, Krishna, I hate you. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, rah, 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 rah. He gave it up. What happened? He realized he entered into Krishna. See, Krishna's spiritual body. So you become like a servant of the Lord, truly like this on the spiritual platform. So that's what it's about. That's what we do. That's how we roll here. That's why very few people can understand what we do. Who understands God? Who understands a real relative of the Lord? It's not so easy. But if you want the possibility to do that, if anybody comes here, you'll more quickly understand the nature of the Lord, because that's how it works. Jesus said, only the Father knows the Son. See? So the Father is spiritual, and the Son is spiritually awakened, right? So only the Father recognizes the Son. That's it. And only the Son recognizes the Father. They know this. It's a spiritual relationship. That's why, by the mercy of God, Krishna, Jesus, Christ, whatever you want to call Ram, and you're looking for that Lord, he sends you who? His spiritual master. See? And because they speak to you, because then the Son can reveal the true nature of the Father to who is chosen. The Lord sends them here, draws whoever's meant to be here. So now, what am I doing? What am I speaking about? The false self, the modes of nature. Yeah, I speak about it in relationship to what's transcendental, right? So you can learn, oh, that's material and this is spiritual. You need to distinguish. Otherwise, you go after the material as spiritual. See? And then you see the spiritual as material, like this Marcus. He says, oh, a spiritual guru. Oh, they're material, like what I know. See, he's not in real knowledge. So I say, you're a fool. See, you're still a fool. I know I'm a fool, but, I know. See, I take shelter. See, I'm a fool. I admit it. But I take shelter of the intelligent. That's the secret. I take shelter of the Shastras. I take shelter of these persons who wrote the Shastras. And if there was a living, I take shelter of them. I take shelter of wherever Radha and Krishna are, or the complete Godhead. See? So that's intelligence, is to realize it's, by their grace, by the grace of God, by the grace of these great souls who achieve the grace, that I get the grace. See, that's what I'm here to pass on. That's what I'm here to teach, how to do that. See, that's humility. That's why I'm not impressed with Radhanas going like this. I'm not impressed. I'm honest with you guys. I think I'm being really clear and frank. I'm not impressed with that. I'm impressed if he can recognize Radha and Krishna are in devotees like Lalita. Now that is humility. Now I would say he's a spiritual master. Otherwise, I don't know. I acknowledge that. I'll worship a devotee like that. And if he won't, he's not bona fide. I'm sorry. We got gold standard here. I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to whoever is ready to be delivered. You can do that now. If you're not, go out there and worship people who do not recognize the spiritual potency when it's on this planet. See? That was like anybody who had controversy with Prabhupada. Oh, I don't know about him. I don't believe in him. Oh, I wouldn't say that. And they all go by the name guru. No, that's false guru. They don't recognize where the spiritual potency is manifested. They can't see the signs and the symptoms. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm here to teach all about that. Yeah, and if you don't recognize that, you're bogus guru. You're false guru. I'm sorry. You don't represent Radha Krishna. You're an idol. I don't care what name you are. I don't care how many millions of devotees. Oh, he's a pure devotee. Yeah. Well, if he can recognize where Radha and Krishna are living in the temple, like in Lalita Ganga, and knowledge that, then I'll say, okay, I see that you're a real guru, or you're a real more intelligent person, because right now you haven't been given that intelligence. Therefore, you're unintelligent. See, this is to recognize the spiritual potency. Otherwise, you got no intelligence. None of us. That is intelligence, is the spiritual potency. See? When you can read these with feeling, and that this is the Lord, and you feel it. See, now you start to get real understanding, right? Now you get real knowledge. Otherwise, yeah. Mm. Yeah, a lot of comments here. Huh. Boy, you guys talk a lot. Question: in what sense you are a fool? I don't see that you are a fool in any sense. Good question. I don't know. I just like being a fool. Just something about it. You know that fool card? That's a really amazing card. In the tarot deck is the fool. The fool just kind of goes on. Go ahead there, Lolita.
You want to? There's a lot of noise here.
Okay, is it me? It might be me. Let me see here.
Here is
I'm
a lot of noise because they are building here.
Speakers going. Let's see, how do I do this? Okay, let me get my
Guru
speaker.
Maharaj, it's from the building here. The noise. Here, it's here.
Okay, go ahead, Lolita. I got my speakers on.
I think you want to show us that actually it's all about the mercy that we get, and it's not about our false ego.
Yeah. All the devotees, when they realize this, see, a lot of people, they just can't help but thinking they're intelligent and smart. But the intelligence that you realize that the Lord is the intelligence. See, Jesus, or actually, this self-realization. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I'm the intelligence of the intelligent. See, so the devotees always see things in relationship. They have a relationship. It's not me, about me, or to be God. See, always one. No. It's relationship. You see, no, the Lord is the intelligence. See, that's conclusive. Yeah. And he gives that, he reflects that intelligence in his devotees. Why? Because they're devotees. The devotees, they surpass the false ego by saying, you see the Lord, because of this loving worship, the Lord gives the intelligence, just like Bhagavad Gita verse. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, Krishna gives real knowledge. See, it's Krishna doing that. See? Krishna gives real understanding. It's Krishna's. See? So it's a good way to express how it is. And people hate it that if you think you're smart, you think, fool, I'm not a fool. That really gets them, Yeah.
It's humbleness. It's real humbleness.
Yeah.
It's real understanding that it's all about Krishna and not about us at all.
Yeah, well, it's about Krishna in relationship to this devotee. It's all about, we're all looking for this, this is everybody looking outside for what we got here. We're very fortunate to be able to preach this. I think it's a great privilege to be able to, because it's Krishna's intelligence we're preaching and Krishna and Radha's devotion we're preaching. We're like pujaris in that sense. I don't take any possession other than the possession of them. They have given, once they give themselves to you, this is a permanent thing. This is what Jesus was saying. As long as you don't, you're not like some devotees here are a little immature still. They're not solid like the Christina who left. She was getting something, you see, needed to kind of continue going deep in it, but got caught up in this false ID, still mixed in there. But anyway, because sometimes that happens. You get a little bewildered, and they go out. And sometimes Krishna will stay with you, and he keeps purifying from the inside. And after a while, you get it. It's a big, takes some time sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So why don't you read a little bit there? I'll make some comments sometimes. Yeah, you. You got Chaitanya. What do you want to read? You want to read something? Okay, read Chaitanya Bhagavat. Let's okay, go to chapter. The Wonders of Nityananda, chapter 12 of Madhyakanda. So we're in Safford, Arizona now. It's really nice here. We're up in the mountains. It's so still and peace. Yeah, I'm just this is so here in America. I don't know why more people don't do this. Just stay in a little trailer or the motorhome or something, and just if it gets cold somewhere, you go where it's warm. And when it gets too hot, you can move, to different. I think this is the most practical thing, just kind of just go here and there, but I don't know how long this will last, but we'll just do it as long as we can,
Very good idea, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. Isn't it nice and broadcast here, there, Yeah, and I had a nice hot bath, here, just right down the road is a hot bath, You can't get a better bath. Can you imagine? You can't get a better tub than this natural tub. It's $3 now because the lady's real nice. She gives you a big book of tickets, and we're over 65, so we get the $3 to take a bath in natural hot thing from under the earth. I mean, unbelievable. And we've been doing this for, everywhere we go is something like that around. Just. Yeah, I'm amazed. More people, they stay in these cities. I keep telling Sachi, why don't you just get a, I don't know, I'm like that. Well, some people, I guess, homebody. Anyway, this is my thing. I guess I just like, she also likes, Janaki likes to just roam around. Every time I say, I think I'm ready to leave. Me too. Ready to go. I love it. Oh, okay, ready. Let's go. Turn the key and go down the road.
It needs to be in the blood.
Yeah.
I'm not a good driver, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, I heard about your driving.
Who told you about my driving? You have been in my car. I drove you.
You told me. Yeah. You told me you had that accident, remember?
Totally I was on the red light. I wasn't driving.
You weren't driving?
No.
Somebody went right in you, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
A big truck.
Oh, God. Yeah, you survived. That's great. Krishna had a plan for you.
Yeah, I had a plan. Yeah, I couldn't pay the car anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I read?
Yes.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Look at my new T-shirt. I got a new one.
Oh, it's fantastic. I saw it immediately. That's your style. It's lovely.
I love it. I got two of them. It's lady. She's in the hot springs. When somebody comes twice a year and they get these, so they just came and all the good size, big sizes, they still had. So I got two of them.
It's like you don't find it easily here in Belgium. I'm looking for those.
No, you don't find it easily here either. Not a nice ones. Yeah,
it's very nice.
Yeah.
And all glories to you, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
For-
All glories to Lalita Ganga. Huh? Yeah. It's glorious. Radha and Krishna live in her heart. It's glorious, man. It shows you.
Oh, it's glorious. You brought me in the land of the living God. Thank you so much. This is the best bhakti culture is. The only real one.
Yeah.
And all glory to Srila Prabhupada, to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, to Jagannath Babaji, to Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Oh, glories. Oh, glories to Lord Nityananda. Oh, glories to Radharani. Oh, sorry. Oh, glories to Allah, glories to Lord Chaitanya. My Lord and Master. Oh, glories. Oh, glories to Srimati Radharani. And oh, glories to Krishna. Oh, glories to Krishna. Oh, glory. Oh, glory to Vishvambara, the Lord and Master. Of all the Vaishnavas. Please give us devotional service unto you and make us your surrendered devotees. Nityananda, he performed many wonderful pastimes with Sri Chaitanya in Avadvipa. And Nityananda, he did innumerable, extraordinary deeds engrossed in the ecstasy of love of Krishna. Like a little boy, he went about his work with simple enthusiasm. He spoke always very sweetly to all the devotees he met, and he danced, laughed, and he sang to himself in bliss. And sometimes he moved to an outburst of ecstasy. He roared loudly, astonishing one and all. Sometimes he jumped and he swam in the crocodile-infested, swelling, hissing monsoon waters of the Ganga. Fearless.
People don't know that. You see, Nityananda, how he was going about his work. What is his work? He would think of Krishna or chant Krishna's name, and ecstatic love would awaken in him. That was his work. Can you imagine having work like that? See, that you got to work. Everybody's got to work in this world. And that people are doing fruitive activities, or hard work, working all day long, and they feel a little satisfaction afterwards. Why? That's Krishna in them. See, but the highest satisfaction is what the Lord came with his devotees to teach, and that we're here to teach. This is the highest satisfaction, is to do this kind of work. Chant the holy name, taste that nectar like you're doing here, and and feel the ecstatic bliss of it. Relish that. See, that is the highest work, and that's soul winning work. See, that wins people back, and where they can transcend the material illusion. That's Narada Muni's work. He comes and he preaches the glories of devotional service. What is in the prayer you just read? Vrindavan Das says, "Oh Lord, please give me the quality of devotion so I can be your surrendered devotee." See, without that, you can't really be a surrendered devotee. See, you need that quality of devotion. You can surrender to the rules and regulate, but it's a little dry and it's more external. It's just, I'm surrendering to the rule, the regulation, instead of to the glory of the name, because devotion awakens. See, that's the true transcendental Lord is his name, but you can only realize it with devotion. And then you surrender to that, like Nityananda, like all the devotees did, the advanced devotees. And you become an internal devotee. See? So we're here to make internal devotees. External devotees, if you're ready, you can come here and become an internal devotee. You can very easily realize Radha and Krishna here. Everything is given, even the purification, which people sometimes want to run away from. But everything is given here, because we don't have anything on our own. We have to be given. You have to come in the real line. A lot of people don't know that. That's why, I do this guru trip. I have to, because that's in the line. It works. If you don't do it this way, it doesn't work. See? And I've tried it. I tried all these other ways. I tried even the Ritvik way. It didn't work. It would work good enough for a while for the devotee. That's why Prabhupada actually really said, well, just go on with the mission. Just, you're not qualified to be like, you got to be like Prabhupada. You got to be like Jesus. The bottom line is all real gurus are transcendentally situated. If you're not transcendent and mature in that, then the Lord, you can't do that work. So you'll, maybe help people a little bit, but not very well. The Prabhupada said that in the Nectar of Instruction. So ultimately, you need the guru like Jesus, like Prabhupada, like Bhaktisiddhanta, right? I mean, especially once you get that kind of guru, you can't really be satisfied with anything else. You should either have that person. See, with Prabhupada, if you're in the real line, then Prabhupada, the grace that was flowing through Prabhupada will flow through you. That's how the line is kept intact, right? And it'll be progressive. Otherwise, it's just stopped at tradition. Well, Prabhupada taught this. Prabhupada taught things according to time, place, and circumstance that would get this thing going, and so he taught what he taught. And we're being used by the disciplic line to bring it forward to another stage. So that's what we do here. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead there.
Important as well in that sentence that you say, give us devotional service. Give it to us.
Yeah.
And make us your surrendered devotees, because actually it requires some humbleness to know that it needs to be given to you, and that the Lord makes you into a devotee, and you don't control it yourself by doing things.
Oh, yeah. Well, you just have to have the opportunity.
Yeah.
See, so when he says, yes, give. So, yes, Lord, give this devotion to us, and the way it's given is through the devotees. I mean, when you look at the whole pastimes here, the Lord was folding the devotees' towels, and he was giving them Ganga water, and they said, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?" He said, "Well, you're devotees. You can give me. I want Krishna, and I'll get Krishna by serving you." See, he showed by example. And that's how you will get this devotion. And otherwise, these devotees, without the quality of this pure devotion, which is a gift through the real line, just like it was from the beginning, And now is the time. If you don't get this, you will die with the false ego intact. You will identify yourself as smart or as a guru that can deliver their disciples, but you can't. You don't. You have to have these qualities to do it. So whether you're a Brahmin, aristocratic Brahmin, a big sannyasi, or even a guru now, if you're really sincere, the Lord will lead you here. Because frankly, there ain't any place like this on the planet. You show me one place. Nobody. I mean, obviously people are hearing on Facebook. I mean, God, you know how many years I've been doing this? If there's some other place like this, they don't even mention a place. Nobody is mentioning. Nobody even says nothing. You know, and so from what I see, so this is, as far as I can see, unless somebody else shows differently, this is the only deal in town to get an easy way to get this devotion, because we're in the real line here. This is a real line. A line of this bhakti comes here very easily, so that you can realize Krishna, that you can become Krishna's surrendered devotee, aren't we? I don't have any other shelter than this.
Yeah. And
I love it. It's great, to be, the Lord doesn't fail me. I had all these relationships in the world. Every one of them failed me. I love this woman and that woman, and they all failed. They're meant to fail. Everything's meant to fail. Until this, no failure. This is success, man. Always successful. Always dependent on Radha and Krishna, and I'm very happy to do that. Very pleased. Very yeah, you're right, man. You really do the job. You can. You're the ones, man. That's so nice.
You're doing the work with simple enthusiasm.
Simple enthusiasm, yeah. And I'm only getting a drop. I'm chanting this morning, and I'm realizing, this is going to go on forever. I feel like I'm like like Krishnadas says, on the bank, looking at this infinite ocean of bliss and relationship development. I feel like I just got a little thimbleful. And this just ever increasing good fortune. Is this such a bad thing to want to share with others? I think it's wonderful.
That's fantastic.
So we make our witnesses, so they can go out. Look at it. Amy go out there encouraging people. Oh, really? You're chanting this name? Yeah. I go to this sangha. It's very I love it.
Did she write it in public somewhere?
Yeah, people asked her about. Oh, yeah. Well, you have to find. I don't know. I just passed it. It's just okay. You have to learn how to look at people's activities. They have an activity thing on Facebook, and then you can see where they made comments and stuff. I
not
can't
on
show
her
you.
timeline. Not on her timeline.
Well, it's maybe not, but maybe she may see. You have to look at their activities. You have to get somebody to show you. I can't.
Okay.
Maybe Freddie can work with you on that.
Okay, because I asked for it and I had no answer, but it's okay. I will hear it later. Good. Yeah. Everyone gasped with consternation, but Nityananda swam about in the waters, laughing and splashing. He swam about in the wood. In the wood of Ananta Sesa, feeling completely at home.
See, this is another thing. When you get this relationship with Krishna, because the devotion is awakened, you transcend fear. That's the whole point. When Lord Chaitanya taught this to Sanatana Rupa, he said, when you're disconnected from your relationship with God, with Krishna, with a transcendental Lord, fear is there. That's why it's really easily activated by the material modes of nature with the demons. They use fear as a control mechanism. See? So this is how you transcend fear, is by connecting with our transcendental Lord. How can there be fear when you're connected to the supreme truth? You know, you transcended fear because love is there, true love for God. See, that's fear is transcended now. So, you know, this is where it's all going. Otherwise, if you don't make this connection, then the demons who are more prominent cause you to live in fear. And what you see, this fight near the good people are fighting the bad people. So they're trying to get out of the fear, but it's a lot of work for them to do that. See, they try to do their new age meditations and this and that and yogas and whatever it is. It's really tough and really hard, and they don't make such and the demons just come in and they got more and more fear, fear mongering, more and more stuff. And boy, they got control. Come on, man. The demons got control of the media. They got control of all the weapons. They got control of all the government and the medical. How are you going to overcome this? Can you imagine? But they got control of the world basically right now. They're empowered, So you can fight it. So, it's going to take up a lot of your energy too, right? You use all your energy to fight it. Or how about this? Let's transcend it. I mean, I have. Lolita has. Others have. Is a better thing. You transcend it, and then even though you're in the midst of the war, you feel happy. You're like Arjuna. Arjuna was in the battlefield, and he has this relationship with Krishna, and he's hearing transcendental knowledge and discussing these things. And he said, "Oh boy, I'm just tripped out, man. He was ecstatic and everything." And then Krishna said, "Okay, go fight," And he said, "Oh great, man, this is my devotional service." And he was just, one after another, just in bliss in the midst of the war. And a lot of people might be in fear. Oh, fear they're going to fight and die. So this is the work here. See, this is our happy task. It's just to blissfully go about our work of loving God, pleasing the Lord like this. And all is well. And then people realize, oh, I can transcend this. Yeah, it's really the only way. Lord Chaitanya said that. He said, bhakti is the only thing being offered, really, of value. Only way out is this devotion. Because then, boom, you've transcend fear by the loving vibration, which is the highest vibration it's not even from this universe. It's the highest vibration in the spiritual universe, is this loving attachment to God, and it's been given to us to share with the world. Pretty amazing, huh? I don't think this is unintelligent, what we're preaching here. I think this makes more sense than anything. It's something that can help even the demons or the demigods. I mean, I think this is a better deal than what Bill Gates has. With all his money and profiteering and all that stuff. I think this is real wealth here. To me, this is wealth. This is treasure. This is the pearl of great price, is this relationship. This is freedom from the cycle of birth and death. There's some tremendous karma these servants of the Lord have to endure like this, in this, it's heavy karmic stuff. So anyway, the Lord's very merciful, and he's teaching through this Sangha here. Go ahead.
Okay. He swam about in the mood of Ananta Shesha, feeling completely at home in the waters of the Ganga, while the spectator devotees held their breath in anxiety. At times, Nityananda became so charged with ecstasy in love of Krishna that he went into an unconscious trance lasting 3 3 to 4 days.
Mm.
These are some of the inconceivable pastimes of the Lord. They are endless and eternal, and I am incapable of describing them all. One day, Sri Chaitanya was sitting alone with Nityananda when Nityananda came to him, completely naked, chuckling like a child. His eyes and pure face were twinkling, and tears of limitless joy they cascaded down his cheeks. He went about repeating this sentence like loud peals of thunder. My Lord and Master, my Lord and Master, is Nimai Pandita of Nadia.
I like that.
Also. Sri Chaitanya smiled, amused at the sight of Nityananda's large, brilliant, beautifully formed, and completely bare frame.
He's nude. No clothes. Can you imagine being there at that time, man? It was unbelievable.
I wish I could. Hastily, Sri Chaitanya removed the cloth from his own head and he wrapped it around Nitai. But Nitai continued to chuckle as if nothing had happened. Chaitanya then smeared perfume on his body, decorating him with a flower garland, and he began to glorify Nityananda. Your name is Nityananda, and so also your form and demeanor are always and eternally blissful.
You see, Lord Chaitanya is glorifying his devotee. Yeah. See, why not? See, this is the vision of the realized. You realize, oh, I see, the Lord is living in this person's body. See, literally, this is alive. So he's worshiping the truth himself. Radha and Krishna is in there. Well, actually, for them is in that Ras is servant is Nitai Gauranga, or Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. So Nityananda is that, but that's even in the devotee's body. If they're actually realizing Nityananda, the Lord is living in their body, Radha and Krishna, or Nityananda and that devotee, together in that friendship Ras. Depends on the Ras. But anyway, that's God is living in them, the complete in them. And that's where you get it. That's where the real darshan is. See? So even the Lord worships like that. So that's the transcending the false ego. You see the truth, and you worshiping the truth. That's seeing Krishna everywhere. Yeah. Krishna. And then if you don't see the Lord awakened in the body of a person, you see, okay, yeah, there's Krishna in the modes, in the form of the modes manifesting. Devotees get intelligence. They can see the difference between the illusory potency and the spiritual potency. We're teaching these things here. You're going to make it really clear. Couldn't imagine people be able to identify where God actually is or isn't awakened yet? People need this. Otherwise, you can't tell the real devotee from the ones who are not, or the real guru from the, you need to make a distinction. The Lord wouldn't do that just to anybody. He would, oops, oh, I have to, okay. Yeah, go ahead there, Lalita. I gotta charge my battery here.
You are Nityananda now, as you were Balaram before. No, no one can interrupt the ecstatic and unlimited joy that you experience.
Yeah, it's like these guys, they come, when you become saturated with the devotional potency, they can come and they go, blah, 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 I hate you, blah, blah, blah. It can't interrupt your bliss. You don't get, you ever see those people? They say, when they try to preach and share, their truths and all that, and then they get the haters, they come after them, and then why do they do this to me? See, they can't handle it.
Yeah, true.
Shows you if you're really transcending that, it doesn't affect you, because the Lord protects you, because it doesn't, it's like water and oil. It doesn't mix, it doesn't mix in your consciousness. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
You can take anybody out of his ecstatic and deep experience. It's not that easy. No one can interrupt the ecstatic and unlimited joy that you experience. And as your name suggests, in everything you do, whether it be walking, eating, or other ways, ordinary men cannot appreciate your transcendental potencies. You are always to be found where Lord Krishna is present.
Yeah, you see, that's it. That's how it is. You got to find those who are connected to this line. Wherever they are, Lord Krishna and Radha is present. In our line, it's Radha and Krishna, okay? That's how it works now. So with the Leela avatar, Lord Chaitanya, wherever Lord Chaitanya comes, Nityananda comes. Wherever Krishna comes, Balaram comes. See? But even this goes internal. It doesn't have to be, you have to see that time when they're externally in the world. It's an internal thing. Wherever a devotee is, Radha, in our line, Radha and Krishna is. Wherever a Jesus person is, that's where Jesus is. I've experienced it. I went to, a person on a street corner once was preaching about Jesus. I went there. I felt Jesus's grace. See, they carry it literally, and that's how it works. It just, and if your person is not a real devotee of the Lord, where the devotional potency is for God is awakened, that bliss, that ecstasy, the Lord is not there. This is the big teaching. That's why I say that's false guru, man. You're not there, man. You can't bring people that bliss of Vrindavan. See, the devotee has to begin to relish that unlimited bliss. It's unlimited, man. There'll never be an end to this. See, everything in the world's limited, right? All the happiness in the world limited. Same old, same old. You enjoy a good meal, right? It's always the same. It's never deeper. It's always the same taste. It's limited, and it doesn't last very long. See, and then eventually you burn out the body, and then you got to get another one and enjoy more the same old, same old. This is unlimited transcendental happiness. I mean, that's what I'm starting to see. Chanting in ecstasy. It's just It's just ever always just deeper, amazing things, just inexplicable happiness in this, and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. There's a lot of good stuff in this. I like to.
Always, huh?
Yeah.
You always find the best. You are always to be found where Lord Krishna is present.
Yeah.
Krishna is eternal and is the absolute truth, and so are you, since you are his eternal associate.
See, you become associated by getting this devotion. You become eternal by this devotion. See, it makes you surrendered to the transcendental Lord. And practically it's surrendered to the name, surrendered to the pastimes, surrendered to the conception, the teaching, as it is. That's Krishna. Yeah, so that's our path to becoming eternal. And it's very easy when you become a devotee of a devotee like that, or a bona fide guru, you become considered eternal, even if you're not perfect in whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Just by the fact the Lord considered, oh, you're a devotee of my devotee? Oh.
Thank you.
Hey, you come back to the kingdom of God just because you holding on. Okay? Proof is in the deed, man. Do you hold on? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Nityananda is perpetually relishing the nectar of loving devotion to Sri Chaitanya. All his words and deeds are fulfilling.
See, that's the bottom line, man. Do you relish the nectar of devotion? And do you, and how it translates practically for the world, do you relish those who are do you appreciate, do you welcome, do you also relish the association of those who are relishing the nectar of devotion? If not, you're still a bit false. You still don't get it yet. So you want to get it, you got to go to devotees who relish the nectar of devotion and relish to be around those who relish the nectar of devotion. Otherwise, you're not getting it. Some people, they're around for a while and they get something and then they go and they become dry like prunes. And they wonder, they stop relishing being around those who are relishing the nectar of devotion. See, you lose the association of immortal persons, eternal persons. See, this is why would you leave that? See, because Maya comes and does her thing, bewildered you. It's kind of lies. See, Maya's always lying. She's a liar, man. Bullshitter. Yeah. And you believe the bullshit, man. Oh, go away over there. You don't need this. Oh, you don't need ecstatic devotees. Are you kidding? Come on, man. Why wouldn't you? You think it's every lifetime you get devotees like you have in this Sangha here, where Radha and Krishna are dwelling inside them? I mean, in an awakened stage? Yeah. No, not so often. Yeah, go ahead there, Lalita.
His words and deeds are fulfilling Chaitanya's innermost desire. Chaitanya said to him, for a long time, I have had one unfulfilled desire. I would like to have your coping loin cloth dress.
See, the innermost desire of the Lord. Say that one again about the innermost desire.
Yeah. For a long time, I have had one unfulfilled desire.
No, before that. One sentence before.
Yeah. All his words and deeds are fulfilling Chaitanya's innermost desire.
Yeah. So that's what you see. This ecstatic worship is the Lord's innermost desire. See, it's his innermost desire. And so that's why you come here, you're going to learn the Lord's innermost desire. It's going to be expressed through you, see, and as you in this world. And that's if anybody wants to learn what is the Lord's innermost desire, it's going to be through your association. Otherwise, this is the greatest mystery of all, to know God's innermost desire. Don't tell me you as a guru know God's innermost desire unless it's being expressed through you.
Yeah, true.
And shown to the world. Otherwise, see here, the whole secret is to understand why the Lord comes to the world. Doesn't Bhagavad Gita says, whoever knows why I come to the world and the reason for my pastimes and all that does not come back again. But it's not an external understanding. You got to find the living proof, the living devotees who understand that desire are acting according to that desire in this world. Okay? And then you got to learn from them, not just reading in the book and think, oh, you see, I read Bhagavad Gita, therefore I'm going back to Goloka. No, the Lord will send you the devotees who act according to that innermost desire and relish this transcendental bliss like Nityananda did and like the devotees did, right? Like we do. Don't we? Isn't this our life?
Yeah.
See? And you got people like Marcus. I only joke with him a little bit here because he's a nice guy here, coming here to help us
So
in our
nice.
preaching. Yeah. He doesn't understand. See, we understand the innermost desire of the Lord, which is to relish this happiness of God, that, and it's actually God doing it through us. That's the surrender. That's the intimacy. What is the difference between the sun and its sun ray? See, the only difference, it's simultaneously one and different. So real surrender is that you get that close to God and you'll love it. It's not something to be afraid of, because people are afraid because they get close to Maya, the modes of nature, and they're miserable. So you project that on God. You think, if I get close to the transcendental Lord, I'd be like mine. No. It's very natural, very wonderful. That's just my experience. I also was a little afraid sometimes. Oh, I don't know, Lord, can I really trust you, man? Because your Maya's always failed me. See, that's the Lord's form is Maya. Great, this is why we just keep chanting, keep associating, keep relishing this bhakti. And, you get more and more experience that, oh, wow, I can just let go, man. Just surrender. Man, the Lord's going to, he's going to just make it better, make it more wonderful. Okay? And then we get closer and closer. See? And to the point we're like sharing the same bed, sharing the same meal, sharing the same chanting. Oh, the Lord's happy. I'm happy. Yoga Maya now takes precedence in our lives. Yeah. See, it's actually the Lord enjoying and the devotee enjoying what the Lord is enjoying, what the devotee is enjoying, what the Lord is enjoying, what the devotee is enjoying. It happens very fast. Go ahead.
I would like to have your coping lawn cloth dress. Saying this, Chaitanya went and he brought a coping of Nityananda Prabhu, and then he tore it to many long strips. The Lord distributed one by one these strips. To the assembled Vaishnavas, telling them.
So why did he do that, Lalita?
Because his ecstasy was inside.
Yeah.
His devotion is inside.
Yeah. And what else? What other reason?
That's what I see in it.
Yeah.
Giving it because to show actually that he considered him as It's really, really very holy,
Yeah.
to glorify him actually, instead of giving of his own
Yeah.
coping.
Well, yeah, but also if you look at the context of the time, if you were there and you see this person in this kind of ecstasy, and people were still learning also, just like here now. They're learning
Devotees.
about it, and they see this nude guy coming around acting crazy like this. And so the Lord is saying, no, this guy is sacred. So he says, this, take the kopin, and this is very, very auspicious. He's really a saint. And see, so, and the kopin, it wraps the person's, genitals, and so he's saying, no, this is very
Pure.
holy. This is, this private part. Usually the genitals and the mouth people consider is dirty. Oh no, not with a devotee. See, the mouth chants the holy name, and the devotee is not dirty. Or the bottom there is their seat of their ecstasy, rising where Lord Krishna rises up. And so, yeah, so he's teaching the world also. And also it's his ecstasy. You'll see that there too. But also to teach the world that these persons who worship in this ecstasy are actually holy. That's basically our preaching here. That's to teach also what is holy. People don't know. Vaishnavas don't know. Gurus don't know. They just read it in the book and they can't put it one and one together yet. That's why the demonstration has to be here. Otherwise, people don't know what is actually spiritual. We are a big part of that. The Lord is expressing his holiness through the devotees here. This holiness is this devotional relish of the name and the pastimes of qualities of the Lord. This bliss that comes from this intelligence that comes from this. See this, we're getting everything. You're here, you're showing the bliss, and I'm showing the intelligence that you get. And
to consider him as guru as well. To show that they should consider him as guru.
Yes. Yeah. You just understand this is where the divine potency is. That's where we should be. That is it's like going to an oasis in this desert, in this universe. Pious people is not really the oasis. It maybe give you, like when we have a good government, maybe it gives some shelter for the body for a while. See, this gives eternal shelter. This is a spiritual oasis in this material world, because the real activity, the highest activity is shown here in this world. The highest deed, which is worship God in intimacy and ecstasy. This is the greatest pleasure of the Lord, is to manifest that through a devotee in this world. It's win souls back to the kingdom of God. Whoever will listen to this preaching and see the logic of it, the reasonableness of it, and come into the association of these devotees here, you will very easily transcend all this miserable existence in this material universe. I mean, it is full of misery. It doesn't matter. Bill Gates, with all his money, is going to suffer. When he gets old, he's going to have diseases and who knows what else, and then a lot of karma and everything, because he doesn't know these things. And that goes for everybody. Here you can transcend it all. And here we're just to convince people, come into this association and very easily transcend this cycle of birth and death. Transcend the devil, transcend Maya, whatever you want to call this inauspiciousness of the material modes. You can transcend it very easily here. So that's the pitch. Come into the association, and worship the transcendental Lord here. We're only glorify the transcendental Lord. See, we distinguish out what isn't the transcendental Lord yet. But, go ahead there, Lolita.
Yeah. He then distributed one by one these strips to the assembled Vaishnavas, telling them, "Place them upon your heads. These are most precious, worshipable objects." Even to Lord Shiva, the king of the yogis. What to speak of others? one attains the exalted position of becoming a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord only, only by Nityananda's grace.
Yeah, and
Oh,
if you're in the real line, the guru represents that Nityananda, and you'll get the exalted position of being a devotee, like people are getting here. I mean,
yeah.
that's just a fact. People are getting the exalted position of worshiping the Lord in ecstatic love. Exalted, because there ain't any other more exalted position than that. That's been left in our hands. God does that. Jesus Christ did that. He said, I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. See? You are also getting the keys to the kingdom. You have it there. Lalita Ganga has the keys to the kingdom. There. The exalted position of a devotee she's got. And others here too. She just happens to be up here.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yes.
isn't it a great position? I mean, you feel its exaltation. It's like, wow, this is the greatest thing in the world, to worship the Lord in this ecstatic bliss. And you show it to the world. After a while, people start to see it. After a while, it says, well, God, they look really happy. You know? I mean, after a while, it's undeniable. I mean, right now they can deny it and all this stuff. Oh, you're a cult, you're this, you're that. Oh, we're in a happy cult, man. We'll show you that, man, we just become more intelligent, more clear, more happy, more blissful. Like, you don't want this? What are you, a fool? After a while, I think, well, maybe we are kind of foolish for not going after this. Isn't this crazy way of worship sounding more and more reasonable? It didn't sound like this is where it's at. You'll see, this is what we do. This is talking about Krishna. It becomes like that. After a while, people start to think, hey, we thought he or she was crazy, but look, they're
Happy.
just, happy, and they're going deeper, and we can't ruffle their feathers. We can't agitate them, with our poison darts. Must be something to it.
Place them upon your heads. These are most precious, worshipable objects, even to Lord Shiva, the king of the yogis. What to speak of others? One attains the exalted position of becoming a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord only by Nityananda's grace. All of you should know that he is the embodiment of Lord Krishna's full transcendental potencies.
See, full transcendental potency. Full. See, complete. So even a devotee, he's a plenary portion of the Lord. That's big, huge. He's God, like this. Nityananda, second expansion of the Lord. But even a devotee, complete, full. See, you're full. Full of what? Full of bliss. See? Even although we're the size of an atom, but full of bliss, full of ecstasy, full of real happiness. This is real happiness. This is immortal happiness. That's why this is the way to get it. You got to be around devotees like this. You got to associate with them, get purified, wash your clothes, man. Come to the point of this. Fill your thimble with bliss and ecstasy. Transcend this material illusion once and for all. It's not always such a chance. Right now it's available. That's why it's time. It's time. Boldly preach, share, the truth. Come chant in association with devotees. Taste this bliss. That's the work I've been given. It's the work you've been given. I've been ordered. You're ordered now. This is on the menu. Take your order. What's available on the menu? Only this.
Available.
Only this ecstatic bliss. Nothing else. Nothing else you need. This devotion is on the menu, man. Eat it.
That's the purpose. Now that it's available, leave all the rest. Don't waste your time. That's what Prabhupada said. Don't waste your time.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, what Vaidhi Bhakti now when this is available? Come on, man, this is on the
Oh,
menu.
yeah.
What are you messing around with that? Come. So if you got sufficient intelligence, you'll hear this message.
Messing around.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this. I mean, these Vaidhis or persons in Narayan Maharaj movement, whatever movement you're in, this is available. This intimacy and ecstasy. Did you get it in your movement? Did you get it in Gaudiya Samiti? Did you get what you see here? If not, come here. This is where it's available. That's on the menu here. Ecstatic worship of the Lord.
Indeed.
Go ahead.
Sri Nityananda is identical to and is the immediate expansion of Sri Krishna. He's an eternal associate, a friend, and a brother to Krishna. He expands himself as Krishna's bed, ornaments, and other such paraphernalia. His character and pastimes are, a mystery, even in the Vedic literatures, although he is everyone's maintainer, protector, and friend.
Yeah, and that's devotees represent that. Now, how do we get the grace of Nityananda? The devotees represent that. Isn't that what the preaching here? That this worship is our the Lord is our best friend, our purifier, our everything. Everything. Nothing lacking in this relationship. Yeah. And then everything just kind of comes naturally, just what do you need? Protection. Okay, your shield comes up, right? Oh, yeah, the Lord shields us, right? People throw the darts and when are preaching. The shield comes up. What do you need? Sword. Psh, sword pops up. Just like in Arjuna's arrows. Sword. Psh, smack, slice up Maya a little bit. What's needed? Ecstatic, intimate bliss, worshiping, this, yeah. What's needed? Whatever is needed, in our work here. We're doing work like Arjuna had his little tasks. We have our task also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, knowledge. This knowledge is this information. Boop, boop, yeah. So all this stuff is here to establish the kingdom of God. Vrindavan here again. Isn't that great?
And to preach it.
Vrindavan, thy will. I just love that. Thy will be done on earth as it is in
heaven. In Vrindavan.
Forget heaven. This is better.
I know, but
yeah, I know. And people think heaven is what. Yeah, okay. Heaven is.
Yeah.
This is conclusive, which is nice. Isn't it nice to have a little more conclusive? There's heaven. Even the devotees, they talk about the three heavens, but it's just still heaven. There's a spiritual dimension above that. See, that's what demigods are. See, that's why you noticed a lot of Christians still, they talk in terms of being good and they want to be good. And so because heaven is kind of mixed in there with their worship of Jesus. Here it's no, not about being good. It's being transcendental. Have this everything, all necessary virtues will be manifest in the devotee. See, necessary virtues for preaching. They may act good sometimes, nice and good. They may act like a little bad boy or bad girl. They may, get angry. They may do the, whatever. But it's all spiritual potency. You see in the list Leela is all like that, Nityananda, they say, oh, he's always very sweet and all this. Yeah. He was not always very sweet. He was sour sometimes, but it was great. It's all absolute with these persons. Yeah. You look, he kicked Shivananda Sain in the chest, cursed his three sons to die. Can you imagine? It's uncommon behavior for a devotee. Yeah, would curse sometimes, him and Dwaita would have curse sessions. They curse each other. You Nityananda, you're about it. Probably in Bengali, they have some curse words like we have in our American language.
Bengali efforts.
Yeah, Bengali efforts. You've Nityananda, you've. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm getting a little tired. I got up really early this morning. I think I'm gonna take a few more Z's. Maybe if you want, you can go and do a little class. And
I did a
you?
class already.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I would like to go live, but I need to go to a shop because I bought something and it's not working. I need to bring it back today, and
Oh,
otherwise it's too late.
what did you buy? Well, what did?
A blender that steams and
Oh,
blends. I need to blend my food, and I
yeah.
used one of my daughter, and it's broken. I bought
Oh,
a new one, and it's not steaming. It's blending, but not steaming.
uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I will go live when I come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, and I'll be back to you a little bit later. I'll just take a few Z's here.
Please.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Freddie, Richard, and who else is here? Let's see. We got Tom, got Govinda, Jocelyn. All right. Thank you. And who else? There's 11 people. Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna and Johan.